and I was very hesitant to send her to a hospital. And, but she kept telling me my leg, I thought she broke it, you know? So I sent her to a Holy Memorial Hospital, and they said, 4 hours later, a nurse calls me and says, we're dispatching your mom for X-ray. She's fine. I go, first of all, what do you mean you're dispatching? I never heard of that at Holy Memorial Hospital. It's a good hospital. I said, no, you're not. I want an MRI. I would not send her to the hospital when she gave her an MRI. She says, I am an RN nurse and your mom is fine. I go, I just solved the murder case. Hi. I said, she goes, I went to nursing school. I said, murder case 2 weeks ago. You're doing an MRI. Goodbye. I hung up the phone. The doctor calls me 6 hours later and says, hi, Jill, addresses me by my first name. And I said, so you know me, since you're using my first name. And she says, yes, you were at my daughter's wedding. Matter of fact, you predicted it. We did an MRI. We're keeping your mom. I said, what about your RN nurse that went to nursing school? You know? And he says, don't worry, I'm taking care of that. Right there, I should have just taken her and said, forget it, you know? Something told me, take her, forget it. And she went to rehabilitation. Next thing, she goes to the hospital. They didn't tell me they put a ventilator on her. They didn't tell me that they were giving her a liquid diet and shooting her up with morphine for no reason. Do you understand? No reason. And next thing, January 4th, they tell me, I said, the hospital calls, hi, this is so-and-so. And I'm like, yes. And they said, well, I said, your mom lived a very nice life. I'm like, what are you talking about? And they said, I go, listen, if you have something bad to say, it's my daughter's birthday. She's on speaker. Well, you know, she's 89 years old. I go, she's 89 years young. What are you talking about? And they said, well, she's going to be in hospice and she has 2 weeks to live. Start making funeral arrangements. I'm freaking out, totally freaking out. And I said to myself psychically, how do we change this? How do I change this? And I brought her, that's when I found out they weren't feeding her. They were liquid dieting her. And of course, if you're good, there's people that are not, like their parents could be in Florida and you're in New York, so you're not the advocate, you know. I'm like, you're not feeding her. You didn't feed her. Liquid diet is not feeding someone. You're shooting them up with poison. You're putting a ventilator on her for no reason at all. You're going to die. Someone's going to die after 30 days of that. So we got Starbucks. Thank God for Starbucks. Frappuccinos. The sugar. I kept saying, feed her sugar, right? 3 days straight, sugar. Red velvet cake was back then in January. Got her red velvet cake. 3rd day, she's sitting up. Jill, I am starving. I said, don't worry, call my friends at some restaurants. They send over all the steaks. I don't eat red meat, but I wanted her to have steak. The doctor comes in, what are you doing? She's going to choke. I go, you're telling me she's going to die. Let her eat food, right? Of course she's going to die. You didn't feed her. And she ate and then ate and ate. Don't pay attention. She's declining. I go, I'm not listening to you. I'm feeding my mother. Stop with that morphine. And they kept, I kept feeding it. Next thing, it's a miracle. She's going to live. She's fine. June, they brought her to me. Let me turn this off. The first thing, yes, Jill, you saved my life. And they brought her to me. We're planning a trip because she smelled lilac. She wanted to go to Jersey. Singing with Jimmy, everything fine. I go to the radio station, get a phone call. They gave her a shot. They didn't let me know this. They gave her a vaccine without asking me for no reason. 4 days later, she passed away. She was fine. So, you know, shots are good for some people and not, but she was still recovering. You understand? Getting better.
Yeah.
and they should have never done that, but that's okay. She's with me. She's with me. Yeah, but that, she gave me her. Hi.
Right, sorry.
No, kill
They're gonna do a
shelter.
social, oh, yeah.
What is that?
Sneer is running for mayor.
Oh, okay.
And like the
Is
animal.
he for the people and the animals?
Both, yeah.
Oh, for both? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, great, awesome.
Okay.
Cool.
You guys know who that is?
I don't know.
Is he for people and the animals?
Yes, absolutely. He's
Anybody
running
does
for mayor
what?
of like New York City, for mayor. Yep, kind of clear, yeah.
It's a guardian angel.
Exactly, yep.
Back in the day.
The guardian angels, the red berets, back in the 1970s, 80s.
Well, everything I do when
running
they
for
come
mayor.
here is for the people on the street. You see all my eye bracelets? I buy them from Israel, the rabbis, and I sell them here, and all the money goes to the people outside. Tomorrow. This is what I do every time I come. So, yeah, so whoever does anything for animals, all the animals.
Great, and he's running for like mayor of New York City.
Yeah.
Mayor,
I
yeah.
never seen, I don't know why I kept seeing that Adams. The Adams. What's his name?
Eric Adams, that's his opponent.
Yeah.
That's who he's running against, yeah, so.
Should be pro-choice. Whoever wants a vaccine should get it. Who doesn't
Right,
want it.
I agree. I agree.
I'm fully-
My
agree.
son is out on the street right now. Last time he was here, he had 80,000 people 3 weeks ago marching behind him.
Oh, wow.
So right now he's in Brooklyn. So it should be, whoever wants it, should get it. Shouldn't be forced in life to do something.
I'm on the school board, the Uniontown Board of Education. I won the election. And I tried to get rid of the vaccines. I'm using funds for that. No, I was looking, I'm sorry, I was late. I was looking, I just ate lunch. But I was looking for my mask. I brought 8 masks with me, pink masks. I can't find where they were.
See, they weren't meant to be.
They disappeared. I can't find them in my luggage
Let's
bag.
start fresh with something. Okay. I just had to explain the story because a lot of people are asking, how's your mom? Everybody has always asked me how my mother is. And my mom, I would not be here. A lot of people you would not be going to lectures if it wasn't for my mom, because my mom was one who started this back in 1969.
Wow.
She's also the one who found, solved over 2,000 murder cases in her lifetime. And she was the one who started all these lectures many, many years ago with Dorothy Allison, Sybil Leek, and my friend Sean Robbins, who's here in New York City. She's amazing. So you have an amazing person in New York, Sean Robbins. So you should look her up. She was always in the front page of the National Enquirer with my mom. Mr. Pope would always send them out to do cases and stuff. So, but Sean is here. But what I want to say, a lot of people have been saying, why, Joe, why did I lose that job? Why did this relationship, why did I stay in a relationship? If I could say I just want to say this one part. Why did I stay in a relationship for 10 years? And I feel like I wasted my life.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
You
didn't
know.
date anyone else in 10 years. I was loyal to him, but he would sleep around with 4 or 5 other women during the week. Because I saw his
But those are
calendar.
red flags. You have to pay attention. I know everyone wants to fix somebody, and you can't fix them.
When we went out to dinner, he ate vegetarian. He ordered a veggie burger.
Yeah, and you probably ate meat at home.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying is there's like a purpose for everybody, right? Everything that comes in your life, you look at it and you don't say, and there are learning lessons too. So you don't sit there and say, oh God, why? You sit there and say, what was the purpose of this? So I lived that life. I went through that. I had that job. I had that person in my life. So I'm not going to go through that again. It's like you take a bit from each relationship, right? And you say, you know what? I don't want that. I want what I deserve. The beautiful person I am, I deserve the best. I don't deserve someone emotionally, mentally, physically putting me down. I need someone lifting me up. And my famous saying is, I can and I will. Always remember that. No matter what you do in life, you can. You could accomplish anything and everything. You can meet anyone and everything. Don't say, oh, no, I'm not going to meet this person. I'm going to be alone the rest of my life. When you throw that out to the universe, you're throwing it out to the universe. And I really do believe it, because sometimes when you think negative, and I call that negative chatter, I'm not, going to, you're throwing that out. So that's negative. Throw out positive. Write down everything that you want in life, in a person, in your life. Write it down and keep it on a piece of paper next to your bed. And you'll see little by little, one by one, right? But especially if you have the stocks, which I'm about to say, you'll be able to buy whatever you want. How's that? Right? Okay. So when I was telling everybody about Shiba, right? Did you write that down, history? Shiba,
No, I
it's
wasn't
a
here.
coin,
That was
Shiba
the,
coin.
that was
Back in December, I
Championship
told a
thing.
few people, and at that time it was at, I think, $10. If you bought $10 worth, you would have made $100,000 worth. You know that? Yeah.
Sheba.
I only tell, like, there's certain people that ask about certain things, and I think it was back in December when I was telling people, a few people, and you could still get it because it's still at like whatever. I don't know what it's at, but you could still buy into that, and you'll still make a lot of money because I believe it's going to go to $1.
Is that a stock?
No, that's a coin.
Oh, coin.
Coins and coins. If I could say, wait, let me go back over here. I'm
you
sorry,
want to sit
everyone. Sorry.
That's it.
No. Coins, some coins and stocks, and I still see the marijuana stocks. I still see the canopy growth. Yes, it will. The marijuana stocks will still go through. And when I told everyone once before, when I was 18 years old, I was sitting at the Epilepsy Foundation, and I was with Dr. Brian Weiss and my friend Phoebe Snow, who's with my mom in heaven right now. They both rest in peace. And the Miami Dolphins. I got up and I said pot was going to cure epilepsy, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy. How dare I say that? No, that was many years. Well, that was really only 5 years ago, It's only 5 years ago, but that's what's happening today. And it takes time for, like I said, from day one in 2009, when I was here, that it would get legalized in basically all the states, which is happening. And everybody, when I said that in New York, thought it was crazy, that it would never happen. The same as when I said same-sex marriages, which I was very happy about, was going to happen, and it happened. And they all said in the panel here in New York that it would not happen either, which it did, which I'm very happy about. So never say never. I always say never say never. Never say, oh, I'm never going to meet the one. No, I'm never going to I'm never going to make money. No, I'm not good enough. Yes, you are. You're all good enough. But get the Shiba coin.
So how do you,
Where do you
so
get
how do
it?
you get it? Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh,
I don't have any coins. I don't have any stocks.
get proof.
I predict them. I have a thing with myself, believe me. When I made that American Airlines stock, believe me, if I would have put even just $1,000 in it at 34 cents, it went up to $55. I didn't do it because I have this thing with myself. What I do is for you. If I do it for myself, I feel, my mom said that's not true. My mother, watch, we'll get a sign, the lights will turn off again. Right? So if I say yes, Jill, but she always said, Jill, that's not true. You could invest in your prediction, but I have in my head, if I do that, it will get taken away.
That
was something that's-
inside the trading.
It's something,
From the
yeah,
house.
it's something about that my whole life. I always, like when I predicted gold in 2005,
Yeah,
buy gold, and I
I
could have
did.
bought gold. It was at $200 at the time, and I saw it going all the way up, went up to 2,000. I didn't do it. So I don't know where to get the coins. I think you have to find,
You could download an app called
Coinbase.
Coinbase, and that's how you can invest in.
the marijuana stocks I know you could get from Charles Schwab, because some of my clients here all got from Charles Schwab. But I would still invest in Canopy Growth. I don't know what it's at right now, but what I want you all to do, this is what I want everyone to do. You hear me? I want you to go, look up any marijuana stocks. This is what I want you guys to do. I want you to use your first intuition on this, right? It's like when you're picking out a pair of shoes, right? You're putting your feet in them, and if they feel like, wow, right? You're gonna buy them, right? They fit amazing. When you touch a pair, like a piece of jewelry, and you put it on, right? Something resonates that you want that piece, right? And there could be 1,000 other pieces, but that one piece right there resonates with you, correct? When you're going on these stocks, these marijuana stocks, right? I still believe MJNA, that was my first marijuana prediction, MJNA. That was when I was here, I kept seeing the name Medbox, everyone. And I didn't know what it was, and everybody's looking up and they go, Jill, it's a vending machine. I'm like, what do you mean vending? I don't want soda, And they're like, no, it's a vending machine for pot. Well, marijuana, And next thing, at that time, when they looked it up, it was at $100 or $200. And then it went down, and I kept seeing MJNA, and that's what it is now. Okay, so I still see that stock arising, and it went marijuana stocks go up, they go down, go up, they go down. But marijuana is going to be the future. Just telling you.
It kills people's brain cells.
It doesn't kill people. There's stuff without THC that helps people, elderly people in pain. It helps the epilepsy. It's traumatic what it's done for epilepsy, for cancer, for PSTD, for many, many people. And I'm telling you right now, you don't have to buy the stock. You're just gonna be rich later on. That's your choice, right? But you don't have to buy a lot. You buy whatever you want to put into it. But those are some that I feel, and whatever resonates. There's another one, Aurora stock. Any Canadian ones, okay? Look up Canadian stocks, Canadian marijuana stocks. But Shiba, I'm telling you, there's Shiba and there's a few other. Let me get my phone. I wrote it down. I'm gonna tell you. You guys could hear this too. The reason why I'm doing this is I promised in the lecture yesterday I'd say it.
Yeah.
For those of you who are wondering why I'm doing this. Okay, and then we'll go on. Let me. Shiba. Okay. I really feel strong about the Shiba stock. Do you know what it's at? This coin, does everyone know where it's at right now? It's SHIBA. You don't know what it is? Do any of you follow coins? No.
Just programs and Austrian Corona.
What is it? I'm trying to find it so I could give it to all of you. Oh my God, where is this? Okay, you know what? I'll do it after. I'll mention 3 more coins. Okay. 3 more coins for all of you. How's that?
Yeah.
Did you find it?
No.
No?
It's just, I didn't look down. Let me see.
Let me try.
When is all of you gonna come move to Florida? Get out of New York?
I own a villa in
Huh.
Florida in
Huh?
Orlando. It's just a timeshare for 1 week.
When are you gonna come back to Florida?
Maybe in February,
My
January,
two favorite people.
Fort
When are
Lauderdale.
you coming?
I can figure it out.
I'd like
Probably
to
in
come.
February.
February?
I'm
there.
All
I'm
of
going to Disney World. I booked it $2,000 for 5 days in Disney in December. I couldn't get Christmas Day, but I got Christmas Eve Magic Kingdom
you're gonna have a beautiful
and
time.
Hollywood Studios and Epcot.
There
3
you go.
days.
Where do you live in Florida?
I live in Hollywood and North Miami Beach. Over there. Where? You're where in Hollywood?
Hollywood Beach.
On Hollywood Beach, yeah. So why did you come back here? Everybody from New York is coming to Florida. You know,
My
I
friend from New Jersey just went to Florida.
I was saying, like, the past 10 years, like 10 years ago, I keep seeing everyone from California and New York, and even though
And
New York's
Texas.
my favorite place,
Mhm.
right? This is like, I always say, when I come to New York, I feel like I get re-energized and I'm ready to go. You know, when I go back, I'm ready to go full psych, you know. But I kept saying for the past 10 years, I feel the music industry, the film industry, people from California and New York are all coming to Florida. And people are like, what? Now the real estate is like going sky high. So if you are going to buy anything in Florida, you don't buy for another 2 years because I feel it's gonna flop. So if you're going to buy, you buy now. You don't buy now, you wait for 2 years. Because properties, there are homes that I even know people have bought for like, they bought it for like, let's say 500,000-600,000. Now it's $1.2 million.
Oh, wow.
It's not even worth it. So in 2 years, that's gonna go down. So whoever, unless they paid cash, I hope, because when I made this prediction in New York, a lot of my predictions come to New York, that I kept seeing the real estate market go, right? I think it was 2007. And all these people were buying pre-construction. And I said, no, this is what's gonna happen 2 years from now. Get ready. You heard it here. You're gonna say, God, Jill Dane said so, right? And so you can tell friends, if you have friends up there, right? Or if they're wanting to buy, they better buy cash, right? I said, sell your properties. And one of my clients, Marlene, from Florida, she had 7 properties and she bought pre-construction. I said, sell them because you're gonna go bankrupt. I mean,
Uh-oh.
it's gonna flop. No, Jill, I'm not. Everyone else listened but her, right? Yeah, I hear this. Everyone listened. All of a sudden, foreclosed. The market dropped, right? Jill, I have to come see you. Okay. I'll see you next week, right? Who put a spell on me? What are you talking about? No, someone put a spell on me from Haiti. I go, who put the black dust? I go, no, put the black dust. Oh my God, you gotta give me a hug. Give me a hug. Oh yeah. Come
But I
on.
was in Viva, but I am from Haiti.
No.
You look amazing. The videos
Oh, I
are
love
just.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So she goes, who put a spell on me? Who can't put the black dust? I said, no one put the black dust on you. It told you to sell. What am I gonna do? She lost so much money. You didn't listen, you know? I'm not God, right? But you listen to one thing on one hand, what I say, and you live your life on this hand.
Yeah, I lost 140,000.
It's like,
I'm down about 36,000 right now in gold stock. Sean David Morton said to sell all your gold stock.
no, do not sell nothing. Do not sell your gold. Keep your gold, everyone. If you have gold, keep it. Keep
Yeah, I
your
have
gold.
gold stock.
Gold is also the future. Gold, silver is
I
the
have
future.
silver
The
stuff.
stock market, from what people are saying, I know, it seems like there's some inflation going on right now,
Inflation makes it go up.
but what I'm gonna say is things are going to change next year, okay? And those of you, a lot of people have been asking, Jill, what do I do about my stocks?
Yeah.
The stock market, I've been hearing from financial people or whatever, it's gonna crash.
Uh-oh.
That's not gonna crash. Just like last year during COVID, they were telling people, get your money out of stocks.
No.
Do you remember that?
Mhm.
Do you
I
remember?
kept buying.
And
It
I
wasn't.
had clients that were gonna take their money out and invest it into property. I'm like, no, keep your money there. You're not gonna lose. And thank God they didn't
Came
lose.
back.
You're not, it's nothing is going to happen to your stocks. Okay, so if you have
Yeah.
stocks in there, leave it. Leave it.
I have diversified equity and capital preservation. Oh, what do you think about treasury bills? I only
Like
have
my
about
mom in
10,000
here.
left in treasury bills.
She's talking to me. Yeah.
I'm taking the money out of treasury bills, $100, $200, every week or two, and putting it into gold
Does any of
stock.
you, wait, one second.
T-bills.
Let me finish and I'll answer you. Okay, hold on. Does any of you have $2 bills?
I had one, but the landlord threw out all my
Save them.
stuff. See, $2 bills.
Say, they're gonna stop making them.
Oh,
Do you understand? So if you,
I had one.
I'm giving you a hint, okay? A lot of banks have them, okay? So whatever bank that you belong to, it's my first time telling anybody, okay? So my first time telling anybody, if you hear me, if you have $2 bills, you go to the bank, tell them, take $100 bill, get $2 bills for all of
okay.
them. Put them away. You're gonna see 10 years from now, even you're gonna see in the next 6 years, there's not gonna be $2 bills. Those $2 bills are gonna be worth a lot of money. Remember, I've been saving, I had this psychic feeling on this one since my daughter Zoe was, I think, 12. She's now 19. And I've been getting a lot of $2. She has them all. She's holding on to them. And I said, do not spend this. This is going to be worth a lot of money. So what I'm telling you to do, whatever amount you want to go, you want to take it, if you want to take a 20 and get $2, but I'm telling you, get a lot more than that if I were you, because it's like when something like an animal goes in sync, right? The $2 bill is going to go. Remember that. And what happens when that goes?
The value
It goes up.
Yep.
So
Yes,
everyone
yep,
who's
definitely.
listening right now, the bank's going to be like,
Sure.
oh my God, what happened? Just like when I was here and I ran out of perfume, Chanel. I'll never forget it. I always wear the Mademoiselle and I ran out and I only had a little bit left and I said, oh, I was with Zoe at the time when we were here and I'm like, at my left, I go, oh my God, everybody's like, what is that perfume? What is that perfume? And I said it, right? And I had a little bit left and I went to Macy's and they didn't have it anymore. And I'm like, hello, I need a bottle. They go, somebody was talking about Mademoiselle and we sold out. I go, that was me. Give me some samples. Can you give me samples at least, So believe me, I'm telling you, you're not buying, you're taking your money, get some $2, get as many as you can, put it away, and in a safe place, put it away, and you're gonna see, everyone's gonna be around 10 years from now, and you're gonna be like, thank you, Jill Dane, for advising us. It may be sooner than 10 years, but you're gonna say, thank you, Jill Dane. Sounds very crazy or strange, but when something is stopped and they don't make it anymore, what happens?
Limited
Yeah,
supply.
exactly, value, yep.
All
right.
$2 bills, $2 bills.
I'll put 1,000.
My thing is, I always like to make people money, right? I wish I could do it, but I did buy Zoe the $2 bills. That I did. Well, I save them. A lot of times I'll get it once in a blue moon and I keep them. And I felt that all of a sudden I go, something was about this, when things happen in 2s and 3s, my number is 222. I love that, but my birth number is 111, right? But I always see 222. And I always put, just because I love you, Jill Dane 222. So the 2s, when I saw the $2 bill the first time, I was like, something is with this too. And then all of a sudden it came to me. When I write predictions, it's at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. My husband's like, what are you doing, Joe? What are you up at 4 in the morning for? What are you writing? And that's where my major predictions happen at that time. And everyone, all of you, have such great intuition, you just gotta use it. And not second guess yourself, please. You know, especially, like there was a couple in here who was in the lecture yesterday. Okay, remember I kept going at this couple? Afterwards, they showed me and I kept saying, you have to get married in December, right? You have to. And she was like looking at me. And then when we were walking out, they stopped me like in the middle and he showed me the ring already. They only tried it on. Sherry went and tried on the ring. So I'm gonna get to the first to know, but they were already, she's just a little doubtful, A lot of times when people are not used to someone wonderful in your life, you don't know what it's like to have someone wonderful in your life. You understand? So when you have, sometimes you could have your best friend right next to you and you don't even know it. And that's what happened out there. I have another person who finally realized their best friend is the love of their life and that's who they're with. Sometimes you have the greatest person, but you want the drama. What do you need the drama for? You need the love. You need someone who's going to treat you good, not someone who's going to knock you down emotionally, mentally, always. You need love. If you don't got love, because everyone is love, right? But you could come by somebody that doesn't know, right? Some people are born into families, if I could say, that could be alcoholics, could be drug addicts, could be abusers, but you don't have to be with them, be like them, right? The person that you meet could always change, or you can't change them, but if they're willing to change, then it's okay to be with you. And what I mean by that is if they're used to being a drug addict, if they're used to being an alcoholic, if they love you so much, they're not going to be that anymore. They're going to be you, like you, right? And all of you, and I always say this, has the power within yourselves to do anything and everything you want. And if you get this premonition ever, like how many of you have felt something psychically? Because I call it intuition. We'll say intuition, right? And you felt something intuition-wise, and you wanted to tell the person, but you're like, oh God, they're not going to believe me, right? Tell them. What were you about to say?
No, just what you said. Exactly.
Right?
With intuition, yeah.
But don't bite your tongue. Be the mouths of the South here. New York, the reason why I love New York so much is because the people here, what's on their head is on their tongue. In California, it's like, okay, Jill, whatever, I'm like, what do you mean, whatever? Here it's like, tell me, and that's what I love. And if, yes. Mine, $1 million. $1 million. It's different while I'm here. You could come to the booth. I'll let everyone know. It's different while I'm here. But every day in your life, it's like, and I said this, you start with, like, if you've been through trauma, if you've been through a broken relationship, if you've been through love, there are people that could love their husband and they could love someone else at the same time. I've seen it. They fall in love with someone else and people say, how could that be? If they love their husband, how could they love another person, right? How could that happen? Or if you're with somebody and you're thinking of someone from the past, right? Like having someone else in your life from the past, you got to release that. You got to put 100% in your relationship.
How do you release them?
Hello, when I say things in my life, I don't prepare for lectures. I just want you to know. Never do I prepare. It just comes. So I look at everybody and you think I'm just looking at you. I'm reading your minds. Do you understand? And I'm saying things because I'm picking up on each and every one of you, so that's why I bring up certain things. I've never come prepared. You see me staring at you? I stare at people. I look in your eyes.
Where do we get Chris new $1 bills? I got them in 1985. Because I was passing out $1 bills, you know, in East Berlin.
My mother
and
said she
around
was gonna
Europe.
haunt me at my
I need
lecture.
100 $1 bills, Chase Manhattan Bank.
In my dream, I swear to God. And I only swear to God when I'm telling the truth. Oh, God, I love you. So strange. My mom was Mickey Dane. Yeah. She was incredible. Incredible. We just solved the case. It was crazy. In 2 days. It was crazy. We did a whole show, which now I'm going through all these tapes. I mean, we have VCRs. We have, she also, what is Castle Weinberger used her always, Henry Kissinger,
I
Reagan,
met
I mean.
Kissinger at the Council on Foreign Relations. They invited me there just as a
I'm
guest.
loving this. So this is, you have to, so, like, throw it out of your.
I'm going
your
for my
head.
real
But I'm
estate
loving it
license.
since you don't know my dream I had 2 nights ago. So this is exactly what was gonna happen. It's amazing. It's amazing. Wait till I tell Jimmy. He'll crack up because I told Jimmy 2 nights ago, when we first got here Friday night, my son, I said, my mom said she's gonna come in my dream. You know, she's gonna come to my lecture and she'll be beside me because and she said, I'm gonna be talking like nonstop and you're gonna be laughing. And I'm like, okay, and I'm saying in my dream, how are you gonna be talking nonstop? You're not here. And she goes, I'm gonna be there, don't worry. And here we go. Right? This is hysterical.
Congratulations to Jimmy about very much success.
Thank you. Yeah, he's marching in Brooklyn right now. Amazing. I just can't. It's so real, that's why I always tell people pay attention to your dreams because it's so real. Well, here it is. This is real, right? That's why I say your loved ones do talk to you in your dreams. And it's true. That's how they communicate. Well, this is a true setting. A lot of times the vessel is to another person. You know that. You've had dreams and the vessel comes to another person. Or like when my mom first passed away, she said, Jill, I'm going to say your name everywhere. She told me before she passed away, don't worry, I'm going to be there, And as soon as I turned on Law and Order, the first thing Olivia said, Jill, and I'm like, get out of here. No. I said, oh my God, I have no perfume. This is the God honest truth. My friend Jane was in my home. Zoe was there. The doorbell rings. Man comes with a box, no card. Open it up. It's Mademoiselle. I
Wow.
posted it on Instagram. I was like shaking, no card. The box of Mademoiselle. 2 hours later. How crazy. Yeah, crazy. So that's why I say pay attention. A lot of times you don't pay attention. A lot of times, we're in 2000, almost 22. And we're not back. When my mom my grandfather owned Warner Brothers and Fabian Theaters, and Charlie Chaplin would be at the house, and all these people would be at the house, and she would blurt out things. My grandma would send her to a psychiatrist, because the psychiatrist would say, she's so psychic, and my grandma would say, you're psycho too. She didn't believe it, right? And so my mom always used her intuition. That's what she always said to me. Say what you see, Jill. If someone doesn't like it, who cares? Just don't talk about passing. Because if you see someone passing, don't say it. She always said that to me. Send them to what they need if you see it. Like if I don't feel something good with someone health-wise, I'll say, oh, why don't you go see this heart doctor? And I save their lives. I've had people sit in front of me where I felt something wrong with their heart. And I say, get to the hospital, just leave me, go, go, go. And next thing they're having a bypass surgery. You understand? So a lot of you, all of you have intuition, right? Raise your hand.
Not me, I don't.
Women's
Don't say that. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Everyone has, you have intuition. Yes, you do. Now, do you follow it?
Yes, I
No.
always follow the ghost. I always follow the ghost.
You don't know what joy you're making me right now.
Oh,
I know it's a little mind-boggling and aggravating, but it's making my day right now. It really is. This is exactly what I visualized was gonna happen. Yeah. Oh my God. Hi, why are you sitting all the way back there? Come closer. They're not sick. No one's sick in this room.
Well, I got a negative.
No one's wearing a mask except me, so you know, on social distance.
I love the color of your hair.
Thank you.
Wow. How did you do that?
It's a cream
I want
that I
that.
just put on and
It's
it's
just a
just,
blue cream?
yeah.
Would that look good on me?
I just saw someone had orange hair walking down the street, orange hair for Halloween.
No one understands. If you were in my dream, this is when you don't want to wake up, you know? You want to just keep dreaming, you know? You just don't want to wake up. You just want to dream and sleep for the rest of your life. It's amazing. It's amazing, amazing. A lot of times people come back younger, or they don't touch you, or they're silent, and just enjoy it. And enjoy it, because that's called communication. Now let's get back to your question, because a lot of times someone's question could be someone else's question, right? So what's your point? What were you saying?
What's my question?
How do you get, how do you let go
how do you
of
let go of
your
the
past?
Yeah.
A past, right? You take, this is my thing before Kim Kardashian did it, okay? You take a whole bunch of plates, okay? I was in Daytona Beach and I was crazy about someone called lust. Wasn't love. A lot of times people think they're in love and they're not in love, they're in love. It's called lust. You think you're in love, but you're not in love, you're in lust, right? So I was in Daytona and I was 21 at the time, and I thought I was in love, but it was lust. And his uncle was Balaguer, who said is the president of San Domingo at the time. He passed away. And I would go out there. I thought I was in lust, right? And it was so hard. So I went to Daytona and we got these plates, plastic plates from a dollar store. You don't get glass plates to cut your fingers, right? Plastic. You take that picture of the person, right? And you put it on the plate, right? And you say whatever you want to that plate and you smash it. You understand? Then you write out everything, why you're not with that person. Do you understand? Why am I in love with this person? Lust with this person, right? Why do I feel I'm in lust still with this person till this day, right? You write it out. Now, what did that person do for you? Right? So if you weigh that out, right? You be here. The person be here, right? And the plates will be smashed. And you throw them in the ocean. And it's bye-bye. Right? And draw it out. Write it out.
You said Santo Domingo.
Yeah.
You're buying an apartment. That's what
I
I
know.
do.
I don't tell people all my whole life. My life though is an open book. Everyone, I talk about myself, but his uncle was Balaguer. So I'm pretty sure if you ask him, I used to eat at Balaguer's mansion. And that was the first time I saw them cook a pig in the ground. And I had, and I can't. Oh my God, I can't. This is like the best day of my life. I'm gonna cry. The roast con pollo, but it's not roast con pollo. It was with the fish. The paella. Thank you. They had, I'll never forget. I come off the plane with the military, because the military escorted us, right? And my boyfriend's mom at the time says, Joe, you have to bring bags and bags of candy, because there's kids back then, remember this years ago, when you get off the plane, and they wait for candy. And I said, oh my God, I'm all about feeding people and kids. I must have brought 3 suitcases filled with chocolates and candy. You don't understand. And they said, you didn't need to bring that much candy. And I said, yes, I did. And I gave it all. And then we went there and they had paella. That's the first time I ever had it. Was this big going around. It was huge. It was the best food. Oh my God. I came back, I said, I'm never eating American food ever again. I'm now Latin. That's it. No more. Then it changed to Italian, but it was so good. He's getting an apartment there.
Yeah, he's going next week to go buy property.
Everybody should buy there, but I told everyone a long, long time ago, when you save your money, you want to buy in Cuba. Cuba is the place. I said, don't shake your head. Cuba is the place, okay? I've said this since I was 21 years old. And there was a person that sat into my lecture. The first time I said it in New York, and the first time I said it when I was 21, is I kept seeing it become paradise. And everyone said it'd be crazy. And that's where you save your money right now. Because when that happens, it's going to be the next paradise. Besides, no one's going to go to, I said this before, no one's going to go to the Bahamas. No one's going to go to Vegas. They're all going to go to Cuba because that's where everything's going to be. Remember my words. And what is happening, it became, I said it was going to become Cuba. I said, Castro won't be here. And when I said it on the bus show on in Orlando, I said, Castro's not going to be here and Cuba would become paradise. They were looking at me like, huh, you know, that's when I predicted Scott Peterson was going to be found guilty. Do you remember Scott Peterson?
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
right? That's when I said on TV he was going to be found guilty. And I said it again because a lot of times my predictions, I don't want them to pass away. Just like when I said robots and I said electronic cars, and by time 2000. I kept saying by the time 2030 in New York, everybody, if they own a car, they're gonna have to get electronic cars. Do you remember that? Which no one should be forced to get electronic cars. But that's one of the predictions that I'm trying to remember some of them that I haven't said here. I've said at other places. Electronic cars by 2030 in New York. If you know, but a lot of people don't use cars anyways, but they do. It's electronically. Worried about with New York about I'm just saying that the gas that they're something that they're putting in the air that they're testing.
Chemtrails.
No, it's not chemtrails. It's something that they're letting go of. I don't know what it is. So in the next 3 weeks, you know, yes, I would wear a mask on your face, you know, and if you wear the mask, like I said, throw the mask away. Don't wear them all the time, you know.
You can wash them. I wash the
No,
paper
don't wash
masks.
them.
A lot of them are washable.
I don't like washable ones. I like the ones that you throw away and wear it,
I
throw
bought
away.
200 of
'cause
them.
You get sick.
Or like
Sit-
these
sit
are
from
3
that.
masks.
It
for
was
these at a
on
time.
Home Shopping Network. You buy 100 pink ones and then for 1 penny more, you get another 100. So I've got 200.
Dr. Terry Dubrow.
I can't find where I put them.
They have on Home Shopping also, because I feel some
Oh,
weather
QVC
coming to New
was one
York.
of them.
It's on QVC. And for $100, I want everyone to invest in this. I have nothing to do with it. But I saw it and everyone's gonna need it because there's gonna be bad weather coming. It could be next year, something, you know, where it could, your electricity could be off, you know, for an hour for like about 5 days. It comes where it's for $100 on, like, I only watch Law and Order, but then all of a sudden when you're switching and you see something, it catches your eye. And if something psychically catches my eye, I like to share it with everyone too. And it's like you get for for 25 years, I think. Enough food for $100 that you pour water in.
Yeah, we have that.
Just saying, just in case if there's a food outage, right? Remember what I'm saying to you. Look it up. Get it. For $100 would be the best thing you'll ever spend, besides the $2 bills.
We bought $800 worth of food.
Eight.
We need a big house to put it all in.
It's $100 for 20.
You can't put it in an apartment.
It's made out of packets. You
We
can,
bought stuff.
yes.
I just wanted to ask you about these crazy vaccines. Are they, I was vaccinated here, Pfizer, no side effects. But you keep hearing these crazy stories. What's the take on this whole virus thing?
I don't want to really talk about that because that's like talking about the politics,
Okay.
you know, and yeah.
Well, you don't have to.
I'll
Like
just
you
say
don't want to say
this,
like which
like,
side you're on.
I'll
politically.
just say this.
Some kids have it
There's
bad.
certain companies that, in the beginning, like if you got vaccinated, I really don't believe that you have to keep putting more shots and more shots and more shots in your body. I'll just say it that way. In reality, if you got one shot and if you got 2 shots, I think you're fine. I really don't, that's your prerogative if you want to put that booster in your body.
You see an end to this thing?
Yeah, I do.
soon?
No, by the end of next year, by the end of next year, this will be over.
Okay.
Not now, but by the end of next year. A lot of changes will start and stop a lot of these things. And I did say way in advance that the judges in New York will put a hold on certain things, and they have. 6 months later, they did. But like I said, Florida, come to Florida, right?
DeSantis is the best governor.
He's going to be the vice president of the United
Trump,
States.
yeah, like Trump is gonna pick him. It's gonna be Trump. It's gonna, yep, 2024, Trump, DeSantis, yep.
I'm sorry,
Going to take over in Florida because
we'll have somebody good.
Rich Pizzula.
We'll have somebody
ran for
good, but
governor in
let
Jersey.
me tell you, our governor has been the best governor that anyone could have.
Yep,
Anybody, you know, because it's called pro-choice. You're not supposed to force anybody to do something. That's like someone forcing me. I haven't eaten red meat since I was 15 years old. I don't put alcohol in my system. I have too many people to remember, okay? My head is my life, right? So that's like someone forcing me and saying, you can't leave this room. They lock me in until you eat this red meat, and I won't put that in my body, you know? Because you know what's in that red meat?
yeah, like.
Red dye number 40.
Red dye, you're right.
Oh, I gotta.
Chickens,
Yes, red
Yeah.
dye. When I was 15 years old, I would eat at Tony Roma's.
triglycerides.
I eat at places of steak. They would give with my mom like steaks all the time. We had trucks coming with steaks, lobsters, and put in the freezer, and I would eat steak all the time. I was 15 years old. I go with my girlfriend Laura to her father's butcher place. I'll never forget. And I walk in this huge warehouse. Of course, you're younger, it's bigger, right? And there were all these cows hanging everywhere, all over, and they had green on them.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, oh my God, I just ate this gigantic steak the night before, right? And I'm like, what is that? And he says, we juice it up with red dye. That's correct. They juice it up with red dye, and that's how they juice up the steaks. And I said, are you kidding me? I'm putting red dye in my body? That was the end. Never. So that would be like what they're doing to people. It should be your choice if you want the shot. You should not have to be forced to get the shot. And what I'm saying as well is, a year prior to me predicting this virus, there were the same amount of people dying back then that they were dying, but they didn't count them.
The dying one
You
now.
understand? They didn't count the people. Now they're counting people. Did you ever hear of them counting people?
I
years
saw
ago
on
in
Fox
the
News
hospital
last night.
of who had heart attacks, sick, pneumonia, or anything like that. No, same amount of people were dying back then. And if you go into our hospitals in Florida, they're empty. But you know what they're saying on the news? That's what you guys listen to. You guys listen to the news. You gotta cut the news. You know, it's all
I listen to
different.
Fox News.
I call it fake
Yeah,
news.
this is.
Yeah, Fox
I
News too.
told people in all my lectures for
Exactly.
many years, stop watching the news. It's called fake news. You want to hear real news? You listen to
Tucker
Newsmax.
Carlson.
Yeah, and like the One American
And Sean
Network
Hannity.
also, OAN, Sean Hannity,
Yeah,
Tucker
he's real.
Carlson.
Tucker Carlson.
But all
Tucker,
those,
yeah.
all the others, it's called fake news. Are we done? Are you serious? Do I buy this fast? Yes. Can I answer one question? Yeah.
For those who took the vaccine, will there be long-term?
For some people, yes, but for some people, no, you're gonna be okay. Don't worry. You'll be the one telling me 10 years from now about that money.
I'm gonna go and buy those
All of you.
$2,000.
All of you. You could, my email is jilldane@icloud.com. I thought there was flyer magazine. There's no magazine.
No.
You can get the number. My office number is 954-964-3541. You can
Say it
call me
again.
on if you want. And my booth is right over here. I don't know. I have my eye bracelets over there. They're from Israel. And I can't believe it always goes by so quick when we're having fun. I love you. And thank you, Mom, for appearing. Tell me.
When I was 10 years old, I was running for Congress, and someone sent me a package in the mail on my front porch, and my name was on it, but it had no return address or anything.
Right.
And so I called the cops, I called the FBI called the bomb squad, and they had it out, you know what was in the package? It was the thing called, don't spill the beans. What do they mean by don't spill the beans? Don't spill the beans.